Hi Huskies! This is the first episode of Healthy Huskies, a brand new show here on UW HFS's Instagram TV. My name is Jean and I'm currently a second-year student here at the University of Washington. I am so thrilled to be able to bring to you a series that is dedicated to discussing how to keep a well-balanced lifestyle and a healthy mindset while studying at the university. This series gives me an awesome opportunity to be able to share helpful information and tips regarding some topics that are quite often not addressed enough in college. So for this first episode of Healthy Huskies, I wanted to talk about a topic that is common among most, if not all, college students. And that topic is stress, specifically stress in college. Many students will find that the stressors of college life can often exacerbate mental health issues. Exacerbate? Is that a word? Exacerbate, make a problem, bad situation, or negative feeling worse. So I'm saying that the stressors of college life exacerbate mental health issues. So of course, college fills my schedule up with due dates and deadlines, and papers and exams. But I also need to find a way to be able to balance my extracurriculars and my social life. On top of that, I want to make sure that I'm eating a well-balanced diet and getting enough sleep every night. Sometimes all the things on my plate can get a little overwhelming and I get the feeling of stress. So while there are times in which stress can actually motivate me to become more productive and do more of my work, there are other times in which I get so overwhelmed by my stress that I find it hard to get anything done at all. And that's when stress becomes a problem for me. And I'm positive I'm not the only one that feels like this. In fact, 85% of college students report feeling overwhelmed by everything they had to do at some point within the past year. If you ever feel yourself falling into a pit of stress and burnouts, it's important to recognize your behavior. Doing your part to relieve some of that stress that you may have can go a long way for your overall well-being. If you're ever feeling a little stressed out in college, try one of these methods and see if it helps. Talk to someone you trust. Sometimes it feels really good to be able to vent to someone you trust about whatever is weighing you down. When I talk to someone about my problems, I often gain more insight on my situation, as well as come up with solutions and ideas and options that I hadn't even thought about. Whenever I have a problem, I know I can turn to my friends to listen to what I have to say without judgment. Whether you're talking to a family member, a friend, or a counselor, expressing your stress levels to someone you trust can go a long way for your well-being. Practice a hobby. In my free time, I like doing things that calm me down and put my mind at ease, such as painting or going to the movies. It's important for me to be able to find a hobby that takes my mind off whatever it is that is bothering me. It's also essential that you find a good balance between school and life. Make sure you find a way to incorporate fun into your routine so that you're not only studying and working. Activities can include playing an intramural sport, joining an RSO, reading a book, taking a nap, taking a shower, playing an instrument, playing a flute, drawing, painting, dancing, singing, going for a walk, going for a run, going for a swim, going for a hike, cooking, eating. Whatever it is, it's important to find an activity that you actually enjoy doing that gives you an outlet from the tensions of everyday life. Get organized. One of my biggest stressors is feeling like I don't have enough time to get everything done. This is why one of the most helpful tips I have ever received on how to manage my stress levels is actually to stay organized. I find it important to be on top of all my priorities to ensure that I don't fall behind on any one of them. As boring and as gruesome as it might sound, keeping up to date with your deadlines and your priorities will help you stay on track. Try using a calendar or a to-do list to plan exactly what you need to do in a day. Hopefully, staying organized can help make your tasks a little more approachable. Seek resources on campus. Don't be afraid to ask for professional help when you need it. The University of Washington provides many resources for mental health, including individual counseling and pet therapy. Additionally, mental health services can be found on 2 locations on campus, the Counseling Center and Hall Health. If you would like more information about the mental health services provided at UW, please visit this website. There you have it. Those were some of the ways that I like dealing with my stress. However, it's important to recognize that everyone has their own threshold for stress, and not everyone copes with stress the same way. What works for me might not essentially work for you. Finding your own stress relief strategies may take a little time or even a little practice, but it's important to keep these strategies in mind so you can have a healthy way of managing life's inevitable ups and downs. If you're feeling overworked or stressed out, it may feel impossible to keep your mental health a priority. So if ever in the future you're ever stressed out again, which you probably will be, try using some practices that can help keep your stress levels at a manageable level. Hopefully I was able to share some information that was of use to you. My hope is that we can ignite a conversation about different ways we all cope with stress. So if you have something in particular that you like to do when coping with your levels of stress, please comment it down below, and that way the comment section can help others. With that being said, thank you so much for watching the first episode of Healthy Huskies. I'll see you next time as we talk about another topic regarding health and wellness. And until then, go dogs!